Thank you so much for joining me on the telecast, Dr. Bagai, and talking about the issues that the citizens of Delhi face. What are your top 5 issues that you want to raise and want your member of parliament to take up in the parliament and then bring about practical solutions to it?
Good evening everyone. So I'll limit it to 6, although the list is very long. But the woes of the AAP government just continue on and on. I think they came in as projecting, I would say, more as a pretense, as being gatekeepers of morality, of simplicity, of honesty, of ethics. I think that was a smokescreen. Poor administration, poor governance, a lot of distrust amongst the common citizens with regards to what is happening. And the basic attitude of the government right from the very beginning, from day one, has been confrontational. And that doesn't argue well as far as administration is concerned. Administration is always transparency and consensus. I think they were at loggerheads with almost everyone. The second important point is the water. Water supply being short, water being unclean, and not being available in not only in summer, but in most months, in most parts of the city. Point number 3 is the law and order. I think a lot needs to be done. A lot of excuses have been given for it, but that doesn't fly any longer. Point number 4 is the traffic. The traffic is not being digitally monitored. I think most international cities have very good tracking systems put in place, and that's not in place here in Delhi. Acute shortage of buses. Public transport is abysmal. Point number 5 is the Mohalla clinics have been a complete failure. There's no question about it. Medication not being available, false test reports floating around. That's criminal. I mean, that's not acceptable at all. And no doctors, no medications. This is not the way healthcare is run. And also, added on number of beds is not being seen. And last, most importantly, is pollution. It's always highlighted only in the winter months when it reaches crisis mode and people can't breathe. But pollution, as far as AQI is concerned, is there 12 months a year. And there is no long-term, short-term plan to combat it. The causes of it are varied. But overall, I would say the government in AAP, in terms of administration, has been a disappointment. They came as a game changer, but I think they spoiled the game in Delhi totally. Over to you.
Okay, then, when you're going to vote tomorrow, step out of your home, go to the polling booth, on what basis, if these are the bases on which you're going to cast your vote, and you've seen the BJP perform in 2014 when it won the elections and members of the parliament were picked from Delhi. 2019, there were once again a landslide victory for the BJP and 7 members of the parliament that had been picked from here. How do you see the performance of these members of parliament? And are you voting on state issues? Are you voting on the issues that you've just pointed out? Or are there national issues on agenda on the basis of which you cast your vote?
Is that for me?
Yes.
I think we cannot dissociate Delhi from India. I think Delhi is not only the national capital, but it's the face of India. It's the political, geographic landmark of India. And I think I would vote for governance. I would vote for results. I would vote very clearly for a government which is progressive. I will vote for a government which is non-confrontational. And I will not vote for government which lives on pretexts. I will vote for BJP.